Hello and welcome back to Allie Bakes, where I am baking my way through the Cordon Bleu Pastry School textbook. Today's challenge is mango muffins with chocolate chips. I myself am a muffin gal. I'm quite a big fan, but I can't say that I've ever had a mango muffin, let alone a mango muffin with chocolate chips. So let's get started. First off, I am preheating my oven to 180 degrees Celsius, that's 365 degrees Fahrenheit. Then into a mixing bowl goes 3 eggs, 210 grams of white sugar, and half a teaspoon of salt. If you've been following along in my little baking journey, you know that the Cordon Bleu Pastry School textbook is notoriously vague. It told me to whip these until pale and thick. How pale and how thick? I just kinda had to eyeball it. I wasn't about to ride the Egg and Sugar Express all the way to Meringue Town, so we settled on something a little less than soft peaks. Next comes 70 grams of creme fraiche, which I subbed out for sour cream.
There's a hair in it.
And these are the kind of maneuvers you can pull when you're only baking for yourself. My now hairless sour cream got mixed into the batter until thoroughly combined. After that, I added 145 grams of plain flour, along with 1 teaspoon of baking powder into our mixture. This got mixed until just combined, so I didn't overwork the batter. Now, this wouldn't be a truly French recipe unless I added an exorbitant amount of melted butter. This is 65 grams of unsalted butter, which I am melting very carefully in the microwave because butter burps are real. And then I am carefully adding that to our mixture. If you think this looks like a lot of butter, I thought the exact same thing. But we must do what the book commands. After that, we are adding 225 grams of diced mango. I bought mine frozen and then defrosted it because, as you can imagine, the mango quality in New Jersey is not the best. But after that comes 75 grams of semi-sweet chocolate chips. These both got stirred into the batter, and then the batter went into a piping bag so I could puff it into my muffin tin. This recipe actually yielded a lot of muffin batter. I don't know if muffins are generally bigger in France, but my textbook told me I would get 10 muffins, and I ended up with 12, and a giant piping bag full of muffin mix that I cut with the dullest scissors I could find. Now comes the super satisfying job of squeezing the muffin mix into my muffin cases. If I've learned anything along my journey thus far, is that I am a chronic overfiller. I love to overfill any kind of mold or case that I have just because I want to use all of my batter. So I was really trying to draw a line in the sand and not let myself overfill these muffin cases. I made sure they were all at least 2/3 of the way full, and then I popped these things in the oven for 20 minutes. I've been stubborn enough up to this point to not cave and buy an oven thermometer, but oh my gosh, I need an oven thermometer like I need $1 million. 20 minutes came and went, and I am certain that my oven just bakes at a cool temperature. Next time you see me, I will have an oven thermometer because I cannot keep playing this game of knowing that my bakes are not going to take as long as articulated in the book. 20 minutes came and went. Around 25 minutes, they started to kind of look like muffins. They started to poof up, so I was starting to feel optimistic. At 26 minutes, they started to get that dark ring around the outside, and they had already been in there 6 minutes past due, so I went ahead and did the fork test, and they passed. They were a little pale, but if my memory serves me correctly, even if they're pale and they pass the fork test, you should pull them out because otherwise you're going to end up with dry cakes. So I just went with my gut. They immediately smelled good coming out of the oven. I wasn't really getting a lot of mango, they just kind of smelled like vanilla cupcakes. As you can see, they do not have the color nor the little poof in the middle that was depicted in the textbook, but I was not willing to risk dry ass muffins for the sake of getting a little color on top. So, I don't regret my decision of pulling them out of the oven when I did. I just think I need to get that oven thermometer so my oven will be a little hotter and the bake will hopefully turn out better. Now, I sampled these before they were completely cool, so there was still a little bit of ooey gooey chocolate meltiness going on the inside. The biggest thing I noticed was that all of the mango and chocolate chunks had settled to the bottom of the muffin, and I think it's because my batter wasn't dense enough to support all of the filling that was in there. I don't know how to fix that, so if you do, drop me a comment below and let me know how to stop my uneven dispersal of goodies and fillings in my muffins. They did taste great though. I don't know how much of the heavy lifting was being done by just the batter and the chocolate chips as opposed to the mango flavor that I presume I was supposed to be tasting, but it was pretty delish. So much so that I finished the whole thing immediately.
It's a really weird flavor combination. I'm not a big mango person. If I'm gonna pair a fruit with chocolate, I like strawberries or bananas. But maybe it's just because I didn't grow up eating a lot of mango. So once I bit into it, I had to kind of decide what it tasted like and reconcile these two flavors that usually don't go together in my brain. But that being said, I thought they were delicious. I ate it, I think when it was a little too warm, so it was very chocolatey and melty. The chocolate chips definitely sunk to the bottom of the muffins. I don't know why that happens. I guess it's just in the way that the batter was poured, or the batter wasn't dense enough to support the chocolate chips. But that was pretty delicious.
So, mango and chocolate chip might not be my go-to flavor combination when I start crafting my own recipes, but these were pretty good, and I give them a 7 out of 10 on the flavor scale. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.